Hey, yo, fourth grade, what's going on? All right, today we're going to get started. So, we have just rolled into April, and April is National Poetry Month. So, I thought it would be really cool since writing is technically an art form if we combine our words with our actual visual arts platform. So we're going to get started. So today we're going to focus on a specific type of poem, specific type of poetry, and they are called haiku. So haiku is a Japanese short poem consisting of 3 lines or phrases that do not rhyme. And usually they're written in the 5-7-5 syllable count. So that means 5 syllables on the first line, 7 syllables on the second, and 5 again on the last one. So today what I want you to do is we are going to be working more with imagery. So that's creating a picture inside of your head when it comes to your words. And I want you to create a poem that is going to be easily translated in a picture. So my poem, and I had to write this out first, so it might be a really good idea for you to have another paper on the side to write it out, to count it. So my first line was, many have tried here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 syllables on that part. 7, command the seas with power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, water is not ruled. So if I read this again, many have tried here, command the seas with power, water is not ruled. My poem is basically about how a lot of when seamen go out to sea and they try to control the water, or they have a sense of power over, I've been on the sea for many years, blah, blah, blah. But Mother Nature is really strong and powerful, and sometimes it overtakes. So I wanted to create that image. And I took a little paper, maybe the size of a postcard, and I used line work. So I wanted it to look almost like the painting that I have in my classroom, the big tapestry, using very long curvatures, very curved lines. I went back and I doubled it to make it look kind of cool. And I would write my my poem on this actual paper. So my plan is to go in with my marker after I have completely wrote it out and made sure that the syllables make sense. So going in, many have tried here. Command, and I'm turning the paper as I go. The seas with power. Then on the other side. And I'm leaving a little bit of space. Water is not ruled. All right. So I've created my picture. I've created my haiku. I included them together, and now it comes to the actual coloring portion. I today am going to use watercolor. If you don't have watercolor, you can use crayons, markers, whatever type of medium you want to use is perfectly fine. Now, one thing to remember, if you've used ink, you have to be really, really careful because a lot of markers and ink are water-based, so the moment that you add water to something water-based, it's going to merge and it'll maybe like spill over, and then you'll have like black ink all over. If you like that effect, cool. But I'm gonna try to make sure that I actually create a little bit of space between my watercolor and my ink. So I'm using, this is my little ugly palette. I'm using this blue watercolor. I feel like a makeup artist. I'm using Marie's, I don't know if you can see it, Marie's watercolor. Kind of like the paint pods that we have in the classroom. I'm creating this little puddle. Remember, more water, less color, less water, more color. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna actually create a little bit of distance between my paintbrush, doing my paint. Because I kind of do want to include those lines. And remember, you don't want to completely saturate your paper with water, because then it'll start peeling and it's going to be muddy. A little bit more paint. I'm really excited to see what kind of poems that you guys create. Remember, the most important part is being able to integrate your poem with your painting. And to be honest, it doesn't look like a poem in the traditional sense where you have like the lines written down, you know, in straight lines. And this is cooler. It goes along with the picture. My waves. And then remember, tap, 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 clean, 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 clean. And I do want it to look a little bit stormy. So I think, if I can find it, I'm gonna go in with some purples. Again, using Marie's. Does not have to be realistic. It's up to you. Oops, forgot the color. Right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. Just gonna show you basics. And I really want to see your version of it, so go ahead and put it on Class Dojo. All right, see ya.